Hello there. It's Sunday, 5th of July, and it's very hot here. It's about 35 degrees centigrade. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's hot. So I'm walking in the forest today, working on my fitness, trying to get my body ready for the next walk of justice. I'll be starting that in 2 weeks. And with me, my best friend, trusty companion, and also my wife, Andy. And one friend from work, because he has some mountain experience. And as you can see where I'm walking here, this is not a mountain. This is quite flat and some little hills. And I decided we shouldn't travel every weekend to the mountains to practice, because the trail we're going to take was taken when the Hitler rise began by poor people, people who couldn't afford to emigrate to America or leave in planes or whatever, boats, go down to Italy and take a boat somewhere. They were the poor people. They had to walk. In Germany, Austria, Switzerland, they're all separated by the high Alps. So the poor people, people who didn't have much money, as is the story these days, they have to do it on foot. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be starting southern Germany, bottom of the mountain. We'll cross into Austria. Then we'll walk up the valley and cross over the Alps into Switzerland. It's going to take 4, 5 or 6 days, we're not sure. So the reason why we didn't practice in the mountains is because those people didn't have time to practice either. They just went there, they did it, they had to do it. Or they would have been victims of the Nazi regime. So we've been doing some walking in the flatlands here, building up our fitness, testing our gear, how much we can carry, how much water we need. And the thing is going to be tough, but that's what this is about. So anyone who is new to these walks that I've been doing the last years, why am I doing it? What point does it have? Well, I think my main theme has become, through my experience with the Free Tibet movement and all the NGOs, I see many people hiding behind NGOs, you know, expecting the leaders of the NGOs. Some of them are doing really great jobs, great actions, innovative actions, and taking high risks. But so many people, you know, they maybe give them $5, $10, $100, and they expect them to do everything for them. And I think these days, we people that live in freedom, who live in a democracy, we can see how Chinese communism is having more and more influence on our society. So we as individuals have to stand up. We can't expect our elected leaders to work for us, because instead of moaning and groaning that they are not, because we can see they're not, because they're in bed with communist China, we as individuals, we have the responsibility to walk and talk for those who don't have freedom. And this next walk of justice, I'll be highlighting every day another poor soul, on every day a different one, that is in a cell, who can't walk like me in freedom, who can't breathe fresh air. They're locked up, or they're in forced labor conditions, they're being tortured, all those things that are happening to them in there. So I think we as individuals, we can make a difference. We can make a difference in the way we think, in the way we talk, what we think about, what we talk, not just living from one day to the next, from one paycheck to the next, and consuming whatever we think we really need. Because I've talked to political prisoners who've been in Chinese prison camps, concentration camps, and it's amazing how little the human needs to be able to survive. So that's something we should think about. I'm walking because Professor Ilham Tohti cannot walk. People like him, completely innocent in these jail cells that the Chinese have. So when I walk, I try to think about them. I try to connect with them, with their situation, and it brings me down to earth, and it makes me look at my society for what it is, and not some fairy tale that some politician or some other leader is telling what we have this great life. We only have a great life at a low cost because other people have a shit life and paying a high price for it. So we have to connect with them, we have to talk about them, and we have to sacrifice some of our free time for them. That's what I'm doing. So looking forward to the Alps. It's going to be tough, but we'll take care of ourselves, and we're not running away from some people with guns or the police or the army. We have time, and we'll take it in our stride, and I'll get back to you later. So wish you all a nice Sunday, and cheers.